All right, Ray Hayden here, and as you can see, we've picked up the U-Haul truck. I'll talk about that after the fact, after the move and everything, to kind of explain what happened, how things happened, and why we did what we did, and the way we did it. My wife is over there working up on figuring out the plan of attack for loading everything up into the truck. I did want to make a note about that. We got a 26-inch truck, and when we got to the location, it looked disgustingly large for what we think we need. So this is actually the 20-foot truck, all right? So let's go inside the house, which is now Camp Hayden, and we'll catch up on what we got going on in there. And this is really going to explain what Camp Hayden was all about. So we'll catch you inside. Okay, cats are going to be flying all around. This is a non-controlled video, totally uncontrolled. By the way, the cat over here is a Bella Brown cat. The cat over there, the orange cat, of course, is Simon. And then Mr. Handsome and a few other cats are running around. And let's get you introduced to Chirp, little green Chirp back here. He's a boy. All right, so with that, this is the house. The house sold first. When the house sold, we moved everything except things with blue tape on it out of here. The cat trees were moved over into the office. The grandfather clock stayed here, but the cat trees went over. My tables remained over in the office. We just brought them back over here because now this is Camp Hayden. And then the furniture over there with the blue tape on it, that all stayed here for the showing so people can see what furniture looks like and stuff like that. And there was no need for us to move it all over into the office because we knew as soon as the house sold, we'd be moving everything back over here for Camp Hayden. All this furniture here, this white furniture and stuff like that, that's the bedroom set kind of stuff. This stuff all stayed here. The cats, of course, went next door. This little glass table stayed here. Those little beds for the cats out there and the cats, again, they all went back over to the office. What we did is we basically took everything out of the house that we could so that when people come in, when they see the house, they see a nice, clean, bright white house. Everything's in great order. Everything's looking good. Everything's functioning great. So that then all they have to do is look and see if they would like to reside in this property. We don't want them sitting there looking for problems and having them have problems and stuff like that. We don't want any of that. We want people to come into the house, they buy the house, we want them to be able to love the house the way it is. They bought a house and they're very happy with it. That's our goal and objective here. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the kitchen. Because in this one here, the round table back there, we left that in here because that's a dining room. Now we actually had the table out here where these desks are because we like to eat out here because it was very nice and it made the kitchen bigger. But that is kind of set up for a table. So we left the table here. They actually loved the table so much they wanted to buy it. So we actually just gave it to them. Anyway, so with that, you can see the kitchen here in the house is very, very bright white. You see in these cabinets here, unlike next door, they have the high gloss reflection off of them. If I can get a reflection off of them, all right? These have the melamine. That's that plastic melamine surface on them. It's okay and everything else, but you know, honestly, I prefer to paint everything now. In here, we have the bunk beds. These bunk beds are part of Camp Hayden. We actually took these and we put them next door in the office while this house was being shown. This cat right here is Storm Surge, Stormy, but I call her Storm Surge because sometimes she gets mad. All right, so that is that's the bunk beds that we brought back and forth between the units. But when we came back over to the house, because we had the bed, our bedroom set was already in the house. Of course, they're going to sleep on our bed. But when we were in the office, we slept on those bunk beds. And let me see. What I really want to talk about was the Camp Hayden concept. Let me get away from Chirp. He's going to be a screaming little maniac. But he's adorable. Matter of fact, let's go in the front room. I'm going to shut the door here. Hopefully it's not too echoey in here, but I think we got the beds and stuff, and that'll calm it down a little bit. But now Chirp is a little bit more muted. But here's the deal. With the Camp Hayden thing, what we did is we knew we were selling the house first. So what we did is we moved everything that we could move out of the house so the house looks bigger. People can imagine it with their own furnishings, their own furniture and stuff like that. We cleaned everything up. We painted, touched up and stuff like that. The house was painted in completely flat white. I learned my lesson from the office, and when I repainted the house, I painted everything in flat white, and it's easy to touch up, easy to deal with, easy to maintain, and basically repair. If there's a chip or something like that, you can patch it and paint it, and it blends in well, especially if you're using the same paint, right? Because how many shades of white are there? About 1 million. So anyways, so we moved everything out of the house into the office. The house sold. I'll explain that in another video where I talk about buying and selling real estate kind of stuff. Then once the house sold, once we had a good contract on the house and we knew it was, the closing date was set, the appraisal and the inspection went well and everything else, then we took everything from the office and we moved it back into here. So previously, just, you know, yesterday when I made the other video about part 1 of Camp Hayden, you saw a very empty facility. You know, the house, the office was very, very empty. There's only a couple of pieces of furniture in it. That's what the house looked like when we moved everything over there. So we moved everything out over there, then we moved it back. That is, I believe, what allowed us to sell both of these properties so very fast. They both sold in probably less than a month. I can't really remember the timeline because a whole lot of other things are going on, but it happened really fast. So, you know, I'll make a video about what we did, how we did it, and why we did it. And we absolutely believe that because of the steps we took, that's what got these properties sold so very fast. With that, that's going to wrap up. This is part 2 of Camp Hayden. Make sure that you give me a big thumbs up on this because you know you love this video. You know you do. And don't forget to subscribe. Not a thumbs down. You want to hit the subscribe button down there. You know where it is. Do what you know how to do the best. Subscribe to the channel. All right? And don't forget that big thumbs up. So with that, remember, I'm always watching and supporting. I'm always helping take care of my buddies out there. Creators helping creators, getting the job done. All right? Network with our fellow creators. Let's continue to grow our channels. Let's keep going. Keep on growing. All right? So with that, until I catch you in the next video, take care and be well.